Less than 2 weeks ago, Mark Carney signed an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, with the Alberta government. The purpose of that MOU, the reason why there was a big signing ceremony and he went out there to visit Alberta, was to get a pipeline built. The whole purpose of this exercise was to make the claim that he supported a pipeline. Now, he added a whole bunch of conditions like forcing through a massive hike to the industrial carbon tax, but it was all towards the goal of building a pipeline to the West Coast. Now, Conservatives have been skeptical about this right from the beginning because Mark Carney says one thing when he's in Alberta and something completely different when he's anywhere else in the country. And when you look at Mark Carney's entire professional history, he has been anti-oil and gas. He cheered on Trudeau when the Liberals vetoed Northern Gateway. He said that the carbon tax, which chased away a whole lot of investment from the energy sector, was too low. He wrote a book called Values, where he defined himself as a human being and said up to 50% of Canada's natural resources should be left in the ground. And then he said it on TV.
It's half of gas, 3/4 of coal, etc. Maybe up as much as half of oil reserves, proven reserves, need to stay in the ground if we're going to get to where we are.
Are these the actions of a man who supports pipelines? So we're going to put him to the test, and Liberals will be forced to vote yay or nay on the concept of a pipeline. Just that basic principle that a new pipeline to the West Coast would be a good thing. All we're asking the Liberals to do is to agree in principle on the goal of a pipeline. This would be like if you're trying to sell your house and a buyer comes along and says, yes, I'd like to buy your house, but I'd like you to change the paint color and redo the landscaping in the backyard. And you say, okay, if I do those things, do you agree to buy the house? And then the buyer says, whoa, let's not get too hasty. If you sign an agreement in principle and establish conditions that would make you want to buy the house, then you should be able to clearly say you are in favor of buying the house. That's essentially all we're asking the Liberals to do. Every other political party has clearly stated their position. The NDP and Bloc, they don't want a pipeline. Conservatives absolutely do want to sell more of Canadian oil and gas around the world. We want this pipeline built. It's just the Liberals that keep talking out of both sides of their mouth, that keep saying one thing to one group of people and something completely opposite, actually diametrically opposed to what their claim is. Tomorrow, they won't be able to run anymore. They'll have to stand up and be counted, so tune in and find out. Is Mark Carney actually going to be different, or is he just another Liberal politician?